Have you ever wondered what it really takes to be self-disciplined and actually reach your goals? Self-discipline is one of those buzzwords that everyone talks about, but very few people actually understand. It's the magic that turns goals into achievements, and it's the key to unlocking your full potential. Without self-discipline, you're just a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly through life. With it, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. But what does it really mean to be self-disciplined? Is it about depriving yourself of fun or forcing yourself to do things you hate? Absolutely not. Self-discipline is about making conscious choices that align with your goals and values. It's about being intentional with your time and energy, and making sacrifices when necessary. Think about it, every successful person you admire has one thing in common: they're all incredibly self-disciplined. They didn't get to where they are by accident. They worked hard, stayed focused, and made sacrifices along the way. And it's not just about achieving success, self-discipline is also about maintaining it. Many of us struggle with self-discipline because we don't really understand what's holding us back. We might blame our genetics, our upbringing, or our circumstances, but the truth is that self-discipline is a skill that can be learned and developed. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build through practice and repetition. One of the biggest reasons we struggle with self-discipline is because we're not clear about what we want. We have vague goals and aspirations, but we don't know how to turn them into reality. We might say things like "I want to be healthier" or "I want to be more successful," but we don't have a clear plan of action. Another reason is that we're not honest with ourselves about what's really holding us back. We might say we're too busy, too tired, or too stressed, but the truth is that we're just not willing to make the necessary sacrifices. We're not willing to put in the work required to achieve our goals. And then there's the biggest obstacle of all, our own mindset. We might have limiting beliefs about what's possible, or we might be held back by fear, doubt, or anxiety. We might think we're not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough to achieve our goals.
Stop bullshitting yourself. Stop telling yourself all this shit about why you're not winning in life. Excuses sound best to the person who's making them up. Any person who is determined to do something or wants something to be different, they will make it happen. And if you were really tired of the results you were getting, you change the things you're doing.
Everything around you would change if you change the things around you. If you can change your mind, your ways of thinking, you can change your bank account. You can change your relationships. You can change your environment. You can change your lifestyle.
You're not just on the receiving end of whatever life decides to dump on you. No, you're the one making the decisions. You decide every day of your life what you're gonna allow and what results you're gonna get. It's in every single small decision you make.
And that's where most people f*** up. They lose the small battles, the death by 1,000 cuts. They miss a workout, and then another. They clock out earlier at work. They stop pushing themselves to learn in class. And before you know it, 5 years have gone by, and they're more and more miserable and hate their lives.
So right now you have a chance to never let that happen. Do not allow yourself to slide down that slope of complacency. You've got to hold the line on the seemingly insignificant things, watching yourself, observing how you're handling yourself.
Because the difference between the most successful people in the world and the people who are barely getting by is they have become phenomenal at disciplining themselves on a daily basis, forcing themselves to do things that are hard and don't come easy, holding themselves accountable for the actions they're taking and the effort they're putting in.
Becoming disciplined means creating and sticking to a set of rules or standards, especially when it's easier not to. It's getting up for that run, even when it's raining outside, or continuing to work on your project when you'd rather be lounging on the couch watching TV. It's about making commitments to yourself and then following through with them, no matter what.
Discipline is often misunderstood as a way of restricting freedom, but in reality, it's the exact opposite. It's the key to unlocking your true potential. It frees you from the whims of momentary desires and places you firmly on the path to achieving long-term success and fulfillment.
So you do it when you feel like it, and you do it when you don't feel like it. When you get up and feel refreshed and happy, you do the work. When you get up and feel like you do the work. When you get up and it's cold and dark and miserable and everything's going wrong in your life and your bills are overdue, you do the fucking work. You don't allow any room for negotiation when it comes to the execution of the work that needs to be done. It's an automatic process that you make happen every day of your life. No matter how many issues you're having, no matter how you feel, no matter the weather. Whatever it takes, you just get it f***ing done. A champion doesn't give a about how tired they feel, how sore their body is. They rise to the level of the challenge or opposition. They understand that greatness isn't achieved in moments of comfort and ease, but in the times of struggle and perseverance. Your mindset is what will separate you from everybody else. You think different. You study different. You work different. Stop having the debate with your lazy side. You know what needs to be done. So cut the crap and get to it. Every time you conquer these tasks, you're not just ticking off a to-do list. You're building a stronger, more disciplined version of yourself.
When others are out there partying and having a good time on the weekends, you're grinding away, focusing on yourself and your ambitions.
It's about an investment, investing in your future, in your growth, in the person you want to become. Every day spent working on yourself and your goals is a step closer to where you want to be.
While the immediate gratification of going out might feel good, the satisfaction of achieving your goals is far more rewarding and lasting. So you got to stay focused on your path and don't allow anything to pull you off course.
So, what does it really take to be self-disciplined? It starts with setting clear goals that align with your values and vision. It means creating routines and systems that help you stay on track and finding ways to maintain your motivation and focus. It means being intentional with your time and energy and making sacrifices when necessary. When you set clear goals, you're giving yourself direction and purpose. You're no longer drifting aimlessly through life, you're moving towards something specific. And when you create routines and systems, you're taking the guesswork out of achieving your goals. You're not leaving things to chance, you're taking deliberate action. But setting goals and creating routines is just the beginning. The real key to self-discipline is maintaining motivation and focus over the long term. It's easy to get excited about a new goal or project, but it's much harder to stay committed when the initial excitement wears off. One way to maintain motivation is to track your progress and celebrate your wins. When you see how far you've come, you'll be more motivated to keep going. Another way is to find accountability and support, whether it's a friend, a coach, or a community. Having people who believe in you can make all the difference. You can also use visualization techniques to stay motivated. Imagine yourself achieving your goal. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? When you visualize yourself succeeding, you'll be more motivated to make it happen. Self-discipline is not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about making progress, not being perfect. And it's not just about achieving your goals, it's about becoming the person you need to be in order to achieve those goals. Take, for example, someone like LeBron James. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and it's not because he's naturally talented, it's because he's incredibly self-disciplined. He's always pushing himself to be better, always finding ways to improve his game, and always staying focused on his goals. Or take someone like Oprah Winfrey. She went from being a poor, abused child to becoming one of the most successful women in the world. It's not because she's smarter or more talented than everyone else, it's because she's incredibly self-disciplined. She's always pushing herself to be better, always finding ways to improve herself, and always staying focused on her goals. What about someone like J.K. Rowling? She went from being a single mom living on welfare to becoming one of the most successful authors in the world. It's not because she's naturally talented, it's because she's incredibly self-disciplined. She's always pushing herself to be better, always finding ways to improve her writing, and always staying focused on her goals. The common thread among all these people is that they're incredibly self-disciplined. They didn't get to where they are by accident, they worked hard, stayed focused, and made sacrifices along the way.
You've got to start small. Pick one area of your life that you want to improve and focus on that. It could be anything from diet and exercise to studying or work habits. Set clear, achievable goals and then break them down into daily tasks. Every day, no matter what, make sure you complete these things.
Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Over time, what once felt like a monumental effort will become second nature.
You'll notice that tough or annoying choices start to feel good. Choosing to get up early, working hard on a tough task, or picking healthy foods, these things start to feel like they make you stronger, not like chores you have to do. You begin to enjoy these challenges, understanding that every choice is helping you become more disciplined.
You'll start to notice changes, not just in the specific area you're focusing on, but in all aspects of your life. Your newfound discipline will spill over, creating a positive domino effect that can lead to incredible transformation.
It's the disciplined ones who achieve true freedom in life. When you're disciplined, you gain control over your time and choices. Instead of being at the mercy of whims or fleeting desires, you make deliberate decisions that align with your long-term objectives. It's that kind of focus and self-control that leads to real accomplishment and fulfillment.
It frees you from the chaos of an unstructured life. It helps you manage your time and energy effectively, allowing you to focus on what's truly important. With discipline, you're not constantly reacting to life's distractions, but proactively building the future you want.
I know you just want to get 5 more minutes of sleep, just 5 more minutes. And I'm telling you, no, do not. Those 5 minutes are not worth bowing down to weakness, bowing down to procrastination. Don't do it. Be strong. Be powerful. Get aggressive. Get up and get up now. This is where you win. This is the first battle of the day. This victory will establish your mindset for the rest of the day. So do not be weak. Do not sleep in. Do not falter.
So easy to put things off. So easy to say, you're going to do it tomorrow. Well, I want you to reprogram your brain and tell yourself that tomorrow is not a viable option. Tomorrow doesn't work. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do. Too tired, too hungry, too sore, too hot, too cold, too whatever.
Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth.
Are you making yourself better? Are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back? Are you making progress or are you stagnating? Make the decision. Yes or no. Are you going to work out today? Yes or no. Are you going to win? Yes or no. Don't allow for any gray area in there. Get rid of the debate. And you know the right decision to make. So go and make it.
Hard work works. And you know what's great about our culture, y'all? The world's lazy. It's a good thing for you and me. Everybody will talk about it. Everybody will post about it. But nobody wants to roll up their sleeves and just go get it. And so what that means for me, I don't have to be the most qualified. I don't have to be the most talented. All I got to begin to do is to apply myself. And by default, I'm going to separate myself from the crowd.
The difference between people who talk about it and people who do it is one simple word: application. They hear it, and they don't just hear it, they digest it, and when they digest it, boom, they do something with it. It's your dream. If you wanted to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have it, rise and grind. If you set out and you say you're going to do something, do yourself a favor and don't lie to yourself, because that is the worst thing that an individual can ever do. You think you lying to your peers. You think you lying to your teacher. You think you lying to your coach. At the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, you lying to you. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for somebody to feel sorry for you. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be difficult, but you can do it.
Some people might say that self-discipline is stifling creativity or spontaneity, but that's just not true. Self-discipline is actually liberating. It gives you the freedom to pursue your passions and achieve your goals. When you have self-discipline, you're not controlled by your emotions or your whims. You're not held back by fear, doubt, or anxiety. You're free to pursue your dreams, to take risks, and to push yourself to be better. In conclusion, self-discipline is key to achieving your goals and living the life you want. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build through practice and repetition. By setting clear goals, creating routines, and maintaining motivation, you can develop the self-discipline you need to succeed. Remember, self-discipline is not about depriving yourself of fun or forcing yourself to do things you hate. It's about making conscious choices that align with your goals and values. It's about being intentional with your time and energy, and making sacrifices when necessary. So, I wanted to ask you, what's holding you back from achieving your goals? Is it a lack of self-discipline?